Hello.
Hi.
How,
My phone just immediately went off. I was like, hi. And it's like, hello.
he's like, I'm listening. I am the government. I am listening to everything you say. This podcast. Dude,
Speaking of the government listening to everything you say,
okay, so, what do you, I guess, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I just got the second dose of Moderna today.
Oh, you're super chipped. Cheers,
I'm
brother.
super chipped, but I'm
Shout out
hoping
again to Vicious
yeah, shout out
Elements for
Vicious.
the koozies.
I'm really hoping that I don't catch any of them fun symptoms. The nice pharmacy lady said I had nice hair, and then she was like, "You should be okay unless you've had COVID." And I was like,
I had
"I
it.
did." And she's like,
You're screwed.
"You might still be okay." And I was like, "Eh." She's like, unless you have like, I don't know, an autoimmune disorder." And I was like, "I got rheumatoid arthritis." And she's like, maybe don't drink tonight.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna
yeah,
have
mate.
the one beer, which also we only have. Oh, there's one in there. We only have 4 left, so I actually
Put that back in the fridge.
yeah, I might need to actually go to Ohio this weekend to get us more Yingling, which might be like a Sunday trip because my family's in town.
Wow. I am going to
You
Ohio.
are
this
going to
Saturday.
Ohio. You can do it this time.
I guess just a little backstory. I guess we're not even gonna bother. You might see it, probably not. We tried to record earlier
oh yeah,
yesterday, but we had to deal with Penny, and she knocked over a light.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I threw her a toy. I was like, "Get over there and play," and it landed right on the lights like cord, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
Brandon and I just stared at it. She walked over to get her toy, and it fucking went.
So we were just like, all right, we can't do this with her down here, so we're doing it now. But
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
throw something together for you because there was some okay content in there. I mean,
yeah, here and there.
I went off about E3 and fucking goddamn Pepsi Blue.
Yep.
So we might throw that together. I won't even rehash it on here. Except I will say,
Pepsi Blue sucks.
fuck Pepsi Blue. It tastes like a goddamn vape juice, and not like what you think vape juice would taste like. Just the cloud of vape. Like you walk into a show at the Ritz and fucking some douchebag who's like 32 years old with a fucking 18-year-old girlfriend because he can't get a girl his own age and is creepy, just blows this huge cloud in your face and he's like, "Bro, I fucking souped up my box," and you're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
That's what Pepsi Blue tastes like.
Yeah, it tastes like the coating that is on your mouth after you have some kind of a fruity flavored vape.
Yeah.
Out of not a regular vape guy who builds like I do competition type vape clouds
Yeah.
vape. But
We should get vapes, bro.
do
sit
you
down
want
here
to
and be
suck
like-
dicks?
Yeah, bro.
I remember when we used to all joke around like that. It's like, hey, you suck a dick, her? And I'm like, what? A vape?
Yeah. What's funny though is I actually like vapes.
Yeah,
They're
they weren't
decent.
bad.
They did help me,
I vaped for like what 2 years probably. I don't know.
I think I was like 2 years.
Well, fucking Davion worked at the shop, so I was like, fuck
Yeah.
it, whatever.
I got
I
mine
dropped
from-
him off all the time.
Yeah, I got mine from. It helped me quit smoking. But
Yeah.
the problem is, like
Yeah.
you got the acoustic versus electric smoking, and
Yep.
like it helped me quit acoustic smoking, regular smoking, as it should.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
And then everybody that quit smoking was like, "Yeah, I haven't smoked in like fucking 4 years," and I'm like, "But you've been vaping."
That whole time you didn't
For 4
stop.
years.
You just switched things.
And also, your nicotine intake in that vape is higher. And also, you got that juice from your bro. What's in it?
yeah, basically.
Is there a chip in it? Is that how COVID started? Was vaping? No, it was from the Buffalo House.
It was both of us.
Yeah.
No, I do. Vaping was okay. I do miss it here and there. It was
Yeah,
just
there's
fun
some-
to
there's
have
some nice
clouds,
flavors.
but like also like you don't need it. It was just like fuck it. After a
If
while,
somebody's
started,
got one and they're around me, like at a party or something, I'll be like, "Hey, can I?" Yeah.
started developing a cough after a bit. I was like, all right, I'll stop
Yeah.
this. I'll just keep to my weed.
I'll just
But-
keep to my booze
Yep.
and my hard illicit drugs.
Only hard drugs in this household, sir.
You know how hard my drugs are? The only thing harder is life.
That's why I'm on drugs.
That's why I'm on drugs.
Black tar
I'm not on
heroin.
drugs.
That's my shit.
I just microdose methamphetamines, which has really brought my life around.
Yeah, yes you do.
Yeah.
Yes you do.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers
methamphetamines.
to methamphetamines, baby. I take Ritalin, as you all know. I don't do meth anymore.
It's technically meth.
It was only in 2015 when I did meth.
Fuck it. I mean, you
Just
gotta live.
the one time for an entire year. No, I didn't. I did actually go to a party when I lived in Oklahoma. Like, some of my coworkers from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
They invited me out. They're like, you don't know anybody, you just moved here, you can come out to this party. And I was like, I'm fucking good at partying. I walk in, looking around, I'm like, yep, this is Oklahoma. We're in a trailer, like a legit trailer. And nobody has teeth. I'm like, all right, redneck territory. Then I look over on the couch, and like 6 people are doing meth. And I was like, ha, I'm out. Like, immediately turned around. Didn't
like
break
this-
my golden rule, though. Golden rule, you bring booze to a party. It is now the party's booze. It stays there. Which sucked because I had walked in the door with a 5th and was like,
I didn't get any of it.
sat it down and left.
Yep. I don't know. I'd have kept that 5th. I'd be
Looking
like,
back, I should have.
Yeah, like you don't need it. You got meth.
Yeah, you got mad.
You got the meth. You don't need my booze. You
But
got your party plans.
I had to weigh it out. Like the party gods, like what would they say? I feel like the party gods would be like, "Yo, they're doing meth. You better bounce." But I think if they were like, they said it was a party. You brought booze to it. You know the rule, and
Yeah, I guess.
they'd be mad.
So, like, hear me out. So we take once, like, because obviously, I think, to me personally, I think they should make all the drugs legal.
Yeah, decriminalize it.
Decriminalize
and
the
get
fuck
your
out of
action
it.
off, Yeah.
That stops the whole
That stops an
lot
abundance of
drug
things.
trafficking. All that stuff becomes fucking nothing because it's government
Yeah.
giving whatever the fuck. I don't know.
So the government also
Either
did
way,
give us the drugs in the
yeah.
first place.
Once we get to that point, now, when we start Meth Olympics, you just take athletes that are like, you know what?
You
Fuck
don't,
it.
You don't even need to take athletes for meth Olympics.
Yeah, no, we just take normal dudes, and
Yeah.
you know what it is? It's called meth versus method. Method is all like the guys that are like the
Fucking
fucking
perfect.
like actual NFL stars, and then you just give like the guy who was like
here's the
fast
thing
in
with
high
meth.
school
Here's the thing
somewhat
with
some meth.
You don't want it to be like a strength competition. You want it to be endurance based.
Yeah,
Like I knew a meth head who did landscaping, and you've seen the movie Holes, right?
yeah.
That motherfucker could dig all those holes in 2 days. Cool dude. Hope he got off the drugs.
Yeah.
Doubt he did. Cool dude.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
But
But
I say
now
like,
we're gonna make fun of meth heads like you.
well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I think
If we could find something that didn't give them any
now.
like
Here's my thing. I'm not talking about making fun of meth heads. I'm like talking like we should just take people
meth
that are like,
versus method, yeah.
yeah, people that are like, you know what? I don't because like here's the thing is like technically like I've been listening to like on a couple weeks back on Rogan he had Dr. Carl Hart on.
Don't know him.
I
I know Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah.
I have an appointment
well,
with him later.
Yes, you do.
He's the
Dr.
guy who
Carl
helped
Hart.
with suicide.
He was he's a professor at Columbia that does drugs recreationally, like heroin and stuff. But like he does the science on how the addictive properties
I
work,
know
and he
him,
knows how
yeah.
to do it. Yeah. So he was like essentially what it is like obviously there are properties to these chemicals that can be addictive, but
Yeah.
a lot more of it depends on the person, and they just need to do the therapy.
Yeah, the person and the genetics as well too. Yeah.
So as long as you know yourself, but like if you're responsible, you should be able to do drugs because he does. He's like, I like to
Yeah.
do heroin.
There's a lot of artists that do as well.
So that's when we're just like, all right, Joe, you want to talk shit to fucking Chad Ochocinco? Let's get Chad Ochocinco back on the field, and then we throw out old Kev, old
Yeah.
Steve, and you know what? Fuck it. Let's just Joe.
Give him some
All
meth.
three of them, give them all a good shot of meth, and then we come up with some kind of like obstacle course competition, and we just see what happens, and then I don't know. It's drug. It'd be definitely like administered, so they're not gonna overdose.
I also think it would be not PC. If
You
we
know
just came
what?
out, we're like,
But that was why
"Hey,
we
guys."
have the internet.
We'd be like, hey guys,
It's under a
my cryptos exploded, so
I started
I
meth versus
started
method.
meth versus method. Meth versus method.
Meth versus method.
I can't say that. Method.
Neither can the competitors. 'Cause
Competitors.
the competitors can't say it because they either have CTE or they're on meth. So it's just all like all athletes. It's kind of like Joe versus Schmo,
Yeah.
that show, but like we just give the competitors meth instead. So we
I would
even the
compete.
playing field.
I'd compete. Yeah. If it was like a one-time thing and it was like, hey, Edie, you're pretty strong and blah, 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 and this, we're going to have you play tennis against Federer.
Well,
But here's some meth.
yeah, exactly. So, but I guess in my eyes, I think like you make it even, where you make it more like, fridge move. You got to move a fridge 100
I'd
yards,
fucking destroy it.
or you move
Yeah.
a fridge a whole 20 yards. The fastest time wins, you know. And then you give the meth head. He takes a hit. You give him 2 minutes. They hit him on the starting
however
line.
long it takes, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
know
know.
what
I've never done it. I'll figure
Was
it
it
out.
30 seconds?
Someone will know. Whatever. Yeah, we just get them once they start rolling. We're like and then they go, and then we just let them loose. You hook up the fridge to them, give them the hit, let them go, and then we hit the start button. And they take off, and we'll see who wins.
I would do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like, and then you can almost even do wipeout because they're not going down.
They won't.
Just just taking hits. Just getting plowed. They're like on the spinning thing and they're all just holding on to each other on the thing. Just
Chain of monkeys.
yeah, like the
monkey
game.
toys.
Yeah, the monkey toys. They're just all hanging off each other. Like we're not letting go. You can't stop it. And there's like
God, that's like some that's like
just
some
chaos.
idiocracy shit.
yeah.
Like the future's so dumb and just idiotic, but then they're like, yeah, so we got some athletes and then we got some meth.
Well, realistically, like there's a show, another podcast I listened to, Getting Better with Ron Funches. He was hosting a show called it's like a slip and slide show.
Okay.
Well, the problem was someone had diarrhea,
Oh.
and it
That
spread
ruined-
to
that
40
really ruined your
people in the cat. Like the crew, they all had explosive diarrhea, and they had to shut the set down. It's down for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because
that
one
really-
person had it in that slip and slide, and it spread.
That's really shitty.
Really is.
Yeah.
That's just like that. That's a slippery slope to No-Noville.
Yeah. Dude, we came in hard this episode. I just looked at the
Well-
time and was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, like, and we didn't even really talk about
Anything.
our guests that
Oh,
we had
yeah.
last week. Sean and Jake. I mean, we mentioned them. But we got the koozies.
Love you guys. Can't wait to have you out
Yeah,
again.
that was awesome. It was fun to have. Because, like, in a way, like, you know, we know them. But
We
out of
don't-
all of
we
the
don't
guests,
see them
yeah,
very
out of all
often.
the guests, I
Yeah.
would say I technically know them the least.
Yeah.
Somewhat, I guess, kind of. At least relatively
Yeah.
to now. Because
This was like our first guest we brought on that wasn't first
Super-
guest that wasn't from the Buffalo House either.
yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
like,
actually, so that's the thing is like everyone else has been more recent. Where Sean, I kind of knew on and off over the
Yeah.
last like
I hung
8
out with
years.
Jake a
Jake.
lot more than Sean.
Yeah.
Just because of the group I was involved with, but you know,
I
still
never-
good to catch
yeah.
up with him. I always love seeing Jake, man.
Yeah, that's the things that just seeing him. That's the things I miss seeing them all at shows and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we all used to chat and here and there, and it was cool to actually like get him chat with him one-on-one for quite a while
Yeah,
because we
we-
don't really
we-
do that often.
We talked with him off set for quite a few hours.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
talked for like a good hour and a half after we wound up the
It was
podcast here.
very difficult making the description for that episode because I was like, oh yeah, we talked. No, we didn't talk about that on the episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of off-air
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for us to have more people on. You know, second dose. I hope everybody else is getting there so we can raw dog some fucking air together.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
I'm very interested to actually get a guest on here that we really don't know eventually.
That'd be
Not very soon,
No, not very soon.
but eventually we will. It'll be cool to do that.
yeah,
Trying to
Sick.
line up. We have a couple other guests that are more familiar that we know for sure hopefully
Yeah.
will be coming soon.
yeah. I made that status, and there was a lot more people interested in being.
Yeah.
on, I thought.
Yeah, in case any of those people are watching, we do still have your names.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You're on a list.
We are busy. We'll talk more about that probably in another episode or two.
Yeah. Couple episodes.
We'll
from
see.
now.
We'll get there.
We got a lot of moving
A lot of
parts.
updates.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts.
But
Yeah.
hopefully, I'm excited.
Yeah. Dude,
getting people on.
I'm pumped. Like, just seeing the reactions to like dumb things I post. Like, I'm like, oh shit, you actually watched this. You know, like,
It's fun.
It's nice.
It's funny because like we don't. I mean, we look at the whatever just to kind of see how it's doing.
yeah.
But like, it's
We
not
don't
our
see
main.
who's
yeah.
watching, and we don't really. We
It's
don't really
way
care
more-
who's watching, but it's really cool when somebody like
Yeah.
shoots us a Snapchat or a message, and they're like, "Bro, this thing," and it's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Or like when I hung out with Kyle and Jeff at the cabin, Kyle was like, "Yeah, you just talk about it." He's like, 1, keep the beard, don't shave ever, keep the beard. 2, this episode you were talking about this, and I was like,
Whoa.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that episode at all.
Well, like we said on here, I forget everything we
Yeah.
talk about on this thing
Dude,
most
constantly.
of the time. So like that's why sometimes I might even repeat some stories. I try not to, but like this is just us hanging out. Like kind of
Yeah.
like we told them, like dude, like it's an excuse to literally just have people over and chat. Like you can.
We'll literally
We're just
talk
doing
about
this
whatever.
for fun.
Which, good segue. I'm gonna be checking my phone. My parents are in town, so like I'm waiting to see what's going down with that. But yesterday I hung out with them, and we were drinking a little. And my dad's like, "The podcast seems to be doing well." I was like, "Yeah, it's doing a lot better than we anticipated."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, what did you guys talk about on your last one? I saw you had 2 guests." And I was like, we talked about their clothing company and the podcast they're planning to start. And then we talked about what would happen if you shit your pants." And he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "We just talk about whatever, man." I was like, it doesn't matter what we talk about." And he's like, "Well, what happens if you shit your pants?" And I'm like, "Well, for us, we laugh about it and we tell the story." And he's like,
Yeah.
"So your friends know the last time you shit your pants?" And I was like, "Oh, everybody knows the last time I shit my pants."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, What do they do?" I was like, "Well, they just don't talk about it. And you disappear for 2 months and then you come back like nothing happened." And he's like, "Neither option seems good. Just don't shit your pants." And I was like, "Dude,
Well,
you gotta shit your pants."
no one's
eventually."
trying to.
Yeah. And also, Dad, if you don't come on the podcast eventually, I'll tell the entire world the last time you shit your pants. You think I don't remember? I remember.
Yes.
This is a threat, Dad. I can't threat him.
No.
He's scary.
I already literally watched him glare at you through the camera.
Yeah.
Like I
He's
saw him be
watching the
like,
episode now.
I literally watched him go like, "No, the fuck you won't," and that's it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. He's over at George's house, just having a good time, and then he's like, "Hold on."
yeah. He hasn't even watched the episode. He's just sitting here and all he's just looking at the sky
Yeah.
like
He just
something doesn't miss.
looks directly at where we are from where he is, and he's like, "No."
I see you. This is bullshit. We feel the death glare happening, and he's not even. He's not within miles.
Yo, he's far. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't care.
So it's.
You know?
I'm glad that we keep doing it. It's.
Weirdly
Obviously,
enough,
we
you know?
upgraded the
we've
with the
upgraded
interface
things.
having them on. Again, about Sean and Jake. Sorry if it was hard to hear them a bit.
They sounded
I
perfect on mine.
I thought that we had one more version of the one that Jake had.
Yeah.
Or at least this did not. So
Yeah.
we had to make do with another mic. And I did what I could with the audio to
Yeah.
mess with it. It took me about 30 minutes or so, but I was able to get it sounding pretty nice, I thought.
It sounded pretty good from my
I
speakers.
definitely thought it was a little too quiet
yeah.
all around because I tried to make it more level and even.
But it didn't sound bad. I actually got a couple Snapchats where people were like, "Fuck yeah, you have 4 mics now and no mics cutting off anybody's face." Mine usually. They're like,
Yep.
"It sounds great," and I was like, "I can notice some of the things that we did wrong." And like,
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But that's a good thing, man.
Yeah,
Like,
so,
as we noticed previously, like the whole
Yeah.
talk of us, like we joke around and this is just us having fun. But as soon as that camera rolls, it's like professional as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm professional as fuck. No, like we have a whole fucking setup, man. Like we understand the entire process. We know how to set the lighting properly, the audio, everything.
Well,
Man.
that's what's kind of fun about getting to this point now is, you know, we're 35 episodes in.
Yeah.
We are for sure way over the halfway point,
Yeah.
and for first year, and it's just nice that we've, other than like one or two episode type things here and there, we
Yeah.
haven't missed.
Yeah. And those ones were kind of out of our hands.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was literally. I mean, the pandemic did a lot of things,
Yeah.
so it was kind of crazy. But, it's weird now that we really have like, you know, we have this down as a system. There's
Yeah.
I kind of, even though obviously you guys know we fuck up here and there, so you
Yeah.
get random, you know.
Random fuck ups.
We're
here and
working
there,
on
but,
it.
you know,
We're slowly working out kinks. That's kind of this whole thing is us learning the process, and it gets even easier every time we record.
yeah.
It's especially now with the new interface, like I'm learning it a little more still, but I'm very happy with just how it's just fun. It's becoming easy, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to like obviously doing extra fun shit on this channel
Yeah.
once
Dude, I
life
have
calms
an
down.
entire fucking notebook of shit we can do.
We've
But,
been
like,
writing. We've been talking a lot.
Dude,
we have a
we-
lot of ideas.
We've just been fucking busy, bro.
Busy and
Busy and always at work. And then the second you have time to do something, you're like, I gotta go hang out with these people because I'll feel bad if I don't hang out with them. And then
I'm
yeah.
still horrible at that. I have not
Dude,
fucking.
I'm awful at it, but it's like I know there's people I'm forgetting about. Some of them have called
I-
me out, and I'm like, I'm fucking trying.
I want to say at least my like closest friends like kind of at least know like what's going on for the most part, so that you know it's somewhat understandable. But life's just been
It's been hectic, man.
like I know for myself. Like I actually I think he might listen as my friend Andy.
yeah,
You know he's working. I believe he's still working a night shift, and
which the last
England.
initial. Okay, yeah.
oh
I was like,
Well,
you said my friend Andy,
sorry.
and I was like, I'm Andy, and then I was like,
Yeah.
that's Andy. That's
yeah,
Andy,
I know
that's
3
Andy.
Andys technically. Yeah, so no,
Yeah, and I know
E.
4 Andys that watched. yeah.
So he's you know, I haven't barely seen him in a while. One is obviously like I'm fully admittedly on here, like I'm terrible at reaching out to
Yeah.
people.
I've been trying.
It's my
man.
biggest flaw in personally myself. I consider it one of my biggest flaws. But like you know, he's been on second shift for like a year or so. He's on like a whole opposite pattern.
Yeah.
And so like when he's not working, he's trying to hang out with his significant other because they do on opposite shifts, and that life is hard, and it's just been
And not even
getting all this weird.
the significant other thing too, but what I told you the other day, like I'm single, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to, fuck around, but like if an opportunity arises and I've got a couple hours off and nothing to do around there, and someone's like, "Hey, we should go get dinner or go hang out and do something,"
I can.
I can, especially if it's a girl that I'm moderately interested in.
Yes.
And I'll be like, "Yes, we
See,
can."
I thought it was funny that like and now that you kind of mention it, it really makes me think about it. Is that now that you are single, like really this is kind of the first time you've been like actually single since like me and Melissa
Yeah,
started dating,
yeah,
and so like basically since then neither of us have done that kind of lifestyle. So like now you're like, I'm just going off all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot because like
yeah.
I
I
realized
forgot
I
what being single was like.
well, not even that. I guess for me, it's not even that feeling. Like, I just realized, like, I'm so introverted and I don't like going to big parties
Yeah.
and hanging around a lot
I
of
mean,
people.
I'm introverted as well, but I'm like a natural host. So going to parties is fun for me because I can find the people that seem like they need to have a good time,
Yeah.
and then I become your host. Might not even be my house, but I will make sure everybody's having a good fucking time.
Yeah. So I guess, like, I just, like,
Also, my new beard wash smells amazing.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just like fixed my mustache there because it was poking up, and I was like, mint.
I remember, I guess now that I'm watching you, obviously, like, kind of just randomly venturing off and doing things, since,
Yeah.
like, obviously, well, for you, mainly because your schedule's so fucked, you can't really
Yeah.
plan accordingly, so
It-
it really
it's
is
literally
all
just
up in the air
fucking
every
go.
day.
Yeah.
But, like, I was like, you know what? I forgot I did used to enjoy just randomly doing
Yeah.
things.
And it's fun, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that was something I said earlier in the year. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking go do stuff. And like,
it's great.
yeah, you remember when we first started meeting, man?
That's
I
all
was
we
I was
did.
literally the person who was like, somebody says we should go do something, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, like literally, Mike introduced me to one of his friends several years ago, and the bartender at the bar we were at disappeared, and I was like looking around. I'm like,
There's no bartender.
where's the bartender? And then Mike was like, remember when I said he'll do anything? She's like, yeah. And he goes, he's the kind of person that will go behind the bar, make everyone drinks, and still somehow charge the right amount. And I'm like, not paying attention and just looking around. And then Mike's like, don't. I'm like, don't what? He's like, you're going to go behind the bar. I'm like, I wasn't, but
But
you
now I
said
am.
it. But,
Testing.
oh,
it.
I remember who he introduced me to. Yeah. Not saying her name.
Yep.
We were smashed that night.
Oh, well, I do just remember, like, honestly, it was kind of like, I need to start doing that because especially after a pandemic
Dude,
happened
I'm
and we
telling
were
you,
all stuffed
the
in.
dopamine that you get from just fucking being out, like, it's amazing.
I don't know
I
if-
will say I did feel a little bad because I'm like, I live with my best friend, and like, you know, I'm like, I want to see them all the time too, but I'm also like, I have to go.
For us,
You know?
unfortunately, too, half the problem is we have the pup still, so
Yeah.
she's still, she's still not even 6 months old yet. So it's
but even
kind of
before
like,
that, man, when I was going to
Yeah.
Ohio all the time, I was like, I'm going to Ohio like for reasons and to hang out with people, but also like, I want to see Brandon. Which I came to that realization when I was at the Renaissance Festival, because I was gone the whole time and I had an amazing time.
Yeah.
Mind you, it was fucking fun. But like the last day, I was like, I just want to go hug my bro. And I said that out loud, and somebody was like, "What?" And I was like, "I fucking miss Brandon."
well, I guess it's even like sometimes, like, obviously, like, there's things that we do that, like, even with me and Melissa, like, if I don't want, I pretty much will not do anything on my own.
Yeah,
Like, I'd rather just chill.
I'd
Here
rather
and
be
there,
with
I do
people.
stuff.
yeah,
But, like, if I'm not with, like, Melissa, like, I'm either with you.
yeah. And I'm
and
usually
that's
the one
pretty
that's
much
like,
it.
if before pandemic, I was usually the one that was like, "Hey, you want to go to this thing?"
Yeah.
And then we'd go to that thing.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of the time, like, if even half the time, sometimes I'll be with her and, like, I'll joke, like, something like, oh, well, you could have been there and something been fun. Obviously not, dates and stuff, but when we go do some fun stuff that,
Yeah.
whatever, once in a while,
Dude,
it just,
Yeah,
we're getting close.
yeah. Transition, and then we'll come back.
So, yeah, I remember, like, I guess to me, I'm thinking, like, I need to obviously start doing more things. I mean,
Yeah.
the more I think about it, like, I say that, but I look at this year and, like, me and Melissa have scheduled a lot of
You
shit
guys have gone to do a lot of shit already. We both have, honestly.
compared to last year. Yeah,
Well, yeah, definitely compared to last year. The only thing I ever really went to do last year was camping. And then
Yeah.
occasionally I got dragged to a party and was like, we should not be doing this.
well, you guys were pretty safe the one you did.
Yeah, I mean, I was. I mean, so was she.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's all right.
yeah, basically. But I think, well, I know for this year, me and Melissa are definitely like going to go to Chicago for our 3-year. I mean, we were supposed to do that last year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I might do that
yeah.
for July 4th. Go see the fireworks and shit. Apparently it looks fucking dope.
See, I'm just more of like, we're gonna go to Alenia. I'm taking her to that restaurant. Like, that is happening no matter
Yeah.
what it is.
My mom actually told us a place we should go to. I don't remember what it's called.
Up here?
No,
Or down there?
in Chicago.
Oh.
Because that's where they stopped on their way here. And her and my dad were like, it's amazing. My mom was like, yeah, the next girl you're dating, you should bring her there. And I was like,
I'm trying to think of like I wonder because obviously there's like to me I'm like there's 9 different places there I can think
it's
of.
like Versailles. It's a hotel, Versailles Hotel or something. It's apparently really cool, and it's like all within like walking distance of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple of those.
Yeah.
Well, I already know the hotel that we're gonna book.
Ooh.
Interesting combo.
I burped, and the beer combined with the mint in the beard, and it just smelled like mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I was like,
That's not what that's supposed to smell
not.
like.
Sorry for that.
That's interesting.
But if you want to smell my burps, it's $5.
Naughtybagel.com
Naughtybagel.com. I should buy that website right now before we get
/only holes.
/onlyholes. Oh my God. Onlyholes.com/naughtybagel.
It's just buttholes.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If you get us to 1 million followers within 2 years, you specifically, you know who you are. I'll send you a picture of my butthole. Just you. Right there. Yep. No. There.
You.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't show it to him.
Nope.
Just you.
But there's like this restaurant there's Alenia. There is.
Yeah, I know Alenia.
And the one guy. Well, I that's because of me. I won't stop talking about
lot,
that fucking place. But then there's also like the place we went to originally, which was Sophia. And then there's the guy who owns and runs Alenia, or the chef at least, has like 2 different other restaurants that are like not as high end, but still high, like upper high end like bar food type thing. And I'm like, I want to try that shit.
Yeah, dude, I want you. Speaking of going out, you do more high end stuff.
Yeah,
which is cool. I'm more of like I don't want to insult myself.
No, I know what you mean. We still do that too.
Yeah, we still do. But like, you guys invited me out to that fucking penthouse, fucking cocktail bar,
the Monarch
which was
Club.
dope. But I'm literally sitting here like, I want to take you to Renshaw, bro. Like, they got like $2 beers, and like it's so cool, and they got like this cool decor, and like Marilyn Monroe's on the wall, but she's like a gangster. Like,
see, to me, that's, the problem is for me is like, I
it is
value
actually a really cool looking spot. And,
I value a really good cocktail, and a lot of the times the kind of cocktails I like
you won't get a cocktail at those bars.
aren't at those bars, and that's my.
See,
otherwise, like I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you got more like high class
tastes,
which I enjoy beer, and I do have high class when it comes to liquor.
I also love like a good like dive bar with some trash food and a beer and stuff, but like I just have to be in that. Sometimes
you got to be in that mindset. I'm the opposite. I'm generally, give me a beer, give me some fucking French fries.
Oh yeah,
and then I have to be in the mood to go get a cocktail.
I definitely want to have. Yeah, I'm always in the mood for a cocktail. Sometimes, other when we record here, a lot of the times I don't really drink beer.
Yeah.
But I also, to me, it's more important that like I just loving a good drink instead. Like I already went through the whole I hating my drink, but like I also want to go to like just get. To me, it's always what depends the next day what I do.
Yeah.
Because like for my work, like I said on here, like it's not as easy for me to go to the bathroom now. Technically, I update, I guess, for work. Yeah. That's not as important as I switched. I'm on a better team now. Or not a better team.
I thought you were gonna say you switched toilets and like this toilet's easier to poop on.
I definitely know which toilets I like at my work. But
me too. The one by the front door, man.
I like the big one.
Uses it.
Big one.
I use the one with only 3 stalls because right now, because COVID, only one person can be in there at a time.
Yeah.
So I go into that one because one, the door is always shut. The other one, the door is open because everybody uses it, which is awkward because people can still see your feet, and people walking by, if you're having a bad poop, can hear you.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
In my work, the problem is our bathrooms are always so fucking dirty and half the pipes leak all the time, so there's just water all over the floor. So at least in the big one, it's kind of like the furthest away from the
Yeah.
drain, so it's not as wet all the time.
Yeah.
No, I guess like to me, I just certain foods set off my stomach, so I
Yeah.
can't actually eat. And generally, in a weird way, a lot of those high end foods, they consider those things in when you're eating. Granted, unfortunately, they're not as big, and that's my compromise. Is half the time we do,
See, for me, the cocktails oftentimes set that off for me. I think that might be why I have to be in the mood for one. Because when the last time you and I had a cocktail for, what was that, Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah. The last time you and I had a cocktail, like Sunday, I felt it and I needed to go. But we were also doing shots and drinking beer and shit. Having a nice little boys' night.
Yeah.
But Monday,
Yeah.
everything hit. I got to work. I went to the morning meeting and I'm standing there the whole time like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just stop talking. Like, I understand it's important, but just finish the meeting.
Yeah.
Finish
It's
it.
a lot of I
sat there for 30 minutes
Ugh.
and then I walked back to my area and the guy in charge was like, all right, we're going to start this. And I was like, I'm sorry. I apologize profusely. I'm going to go pull a redacted name so I don't get in trouble for making fun of this guy who used to just go take shits for 3 hours. I'm going to go pull that.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, basically.
And then I went to the toilet, man, and just died. And I
Yeah.
knew it was from the fucking cocktail.
Well, we did a good amount of things that night, but
Yeah, we did. We had sex with each other.
we had
you
quite
know.
a concoction of things that night. But
Did you even catch that,
I
Brandon?
did. I did.
That's a line we won't cross.
We won't. But
Unless
I guess,
you get us
like-
to 2 million views, then we will send you, specifically you, a video of it. But it's got to be 2 million views.
see, like, I also love, like, speakeasies are fucking
Dude,
awesome.
there's that one I told you about.
Yeah, I really want to go.
It's like behind the Fago vending machine. I want to go there so bad.
There's also one someone was telling me about I think it was my cousin Mark. It's a phone booth.
Yeah,
In New York.
Yeah. Oh,
So like we're gonna if we go there, we're gonna try and go to that. But then there's also like I love a place like I haven't gone in a while, and me and Melissa were talking about it. We want to go Green Stables down in
yeah. Green Stables
Detroit,
is nice.
like-
yeah.
they have sliders and just good beer and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I want to go there too. Like,
Yeah.
I love a good
Dude.
fucking diner.
I drove past Telway the other day.
Oh
was like-
man, dude.
I haven't been to Telways in like fucking 4 years.
I feel like
Also, sorry, fuck Braze. Just kidding. They're good too. I don't
like
understand the
Braze.
rivalry. Honestly, I'm not from Michigan. I don't get it. I love them both.
I don't know. I guess to me in a weird way, like I definitely would say I think I prefer Telway.
I'm only giving people shit because I was
We
like,
know a lot of
"Oh," I
people
was
that
like-
love Braze.
I was like, I love Telways, and then somebody was like, Braze is better, and I was like, what's Braze? And they were like, what's Braze? And just went off on me for
The
a bit.
way I look at it, to me, Braze is basically just Telway, but the burgers are bigger. And to
Yeah.
me, the whole
The point of a slider is you're supposed to eat it in like
Yes.
2 to 3 bites.
yeah, I love a good slider where it's
Yeah.
just small smash. Instead, I feel like a Braze, it's more of like I'd rather have a good meatier burger, but I'm also probably not going to turn down someone saying, "Hey, I'm going to Braze."
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'd rather you go to Telway. I'm not going to get the Braze." I'm like, "No, I'll still get a fucking Braze burger. It's still
Yeah.
great."
I'll
But
tell
Telway
you-
also has shakes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now they accept card. I think finally after fucking decades.
Yeah. I will also say, between Telways and Braze, the one true loser is just White Castle, dude. Like, if you go to White Castle and you got a Telway or a Braze here, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, to me, White Castle is definitely what you get if you don't have like the home shop
Yeah.
version of it
Yeah.
around you. But also,
That's also something that will set off your stomach.
there's something to White Castle. There is something.
I can't
To
do
me-
it. There's so many onions I can't.
Yeah,
I
you
actually eat
can't.
there.
Well, I remember that we tried like once at Lee. He's definitely allergic. Give him ones that are
Yeah,
not.
they cleaned that whole section of the grill, but there's just so
It's
many
hard.
onions. It was impossible.
But like
I got very sick.
I miss nights of like I remember the one Buffalo party that I think me and Dan, he drove because I was smashed, and he wasn't.
You guys
So
just went to that White Castle.
Yeah, we drove up to the corner and bought a Crave case for the party.
Yeah.
And
I had
just
you guys get me the chicken rings.
or like every time I've done like I had another time where me and a couple buddies, it was like 1 a.m. and we were all like, dude, fuck it, let's go get some White Castle.
Yeah.
And we just walked into White Castle and they were setting up for Valentine's Day because they do Valentine's Day in there. You can actually, I was like, I mean, if you want to do it, good for you, go for it. But like,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Whatever girl I talk to next, February 2022, I got you, girl.
White
We're going
Castle,
to White Castle.
all the way.
I ain't even eating nothing because I can't.
Yeah. You just walk in and just die because of the aroma. But there is just, I don't know. I guess in a weird way, in the comments, females. This is a question I have.
Oh shit.
When you eat food, I guess like when you eat like a wing as a guy, to me, I always feel like there's a very carnivore
Yeah.
instinct in men
And
that
eating, yeah. It's
just
in women too.
destroy that. Yeah, and I agree as well. But I wonder, like, do you get that same feeling for like?
Bro.
I guess like I obviously like I get there's obviously
continue the story. I'm just thinking of like all the girls I met that were like fucking carnivores.
Oh, I know.
But continue.
I mean, to me, there's obviously like women obviously get very to the like. There's a drunk like craving for food
Chicken
and a hard
thingies.
craving for chicken
thingies.
thingies.
Yeah.
But like,
Dylan Dolberg.
I guess to me, I almost just like I wonder if there is that slight like caveman-esque feeling in the background.
Yeah, it's still instinctual.
Yeah, when I get to that kind of a feeling when I'm just like I have a nice buzz and I'm just destroying sliders, I almost can feel like a caveman in my spine.
Yeah.
That is who that is satiating, is that person to me. And I guess like obviously like there is a portion of like for women that there is a massive craving that it obviously it satiates something when you smash bar food like that. Like everyone has that. But I just wonder, like, for females, if they have like what they would consider like what I'm just describing as a caveman.
What's your
like,
primal
feeling.
instincts?
Yeah, like does it that
Give us your
primal-
secrets.
Because to me, I just always say, caveman. But I guess
Yeah.
it's probably the same thing in a woman. They just, what would they call it? Is probably more of a better description. What would you call that?
Cave woman.
Cave woman, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty.
Yeah.
That wrapped that up pretty quick. Jesus Christ, Brandon, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Now I'm just
the end times.
To be honest, I'm kind of just thinking now about smashing some sliders, dude.
I'm going. My mom texted me in the transition. They're heading back there. So after we record this, I'm gonna go pee because I got pee. And then right after, I'm heading over there, and I'm just thinking about that girl. Like I'm going full dad mode, man. I'm throwing whatever the hell George has in his fridge on it. I don't care. Milk, whatever. Put it on the grill. Milk. Pillows.
I am.
Yo, you got some fucking corn dogs? Put them on the grill. You got some Totino's pizza rolls?
I need
Put them on the grill.
to do a grill again. I need a good grill.
I told you.
Problem is I bought that. I bought like a very, when I bought this house, I was like, I need a grill. So I just bought like
halfsies on it with you, man.
Yeah, I just bought the most affordable grill I could get at the time. So it's okay, but it definitely isn't very great. And I wanna buy a big boy grill soon and eventually, and so I can really do some shit. And
Yeah, I wanna make a smoker.
I need to use my smoker. I have a smoker.
You haven't used it the entire.
We should
time
use it.
Yeah.
I've used it like 3 times now.
We should clean it.
Oh, I have.
All right.
I cleaned it the last time I used it,
Okay.
a month or two ago. It doesn't take a lot, really. You just
Yeah.
kind of, mainly you just turn it on, let it smoke for a little while, and then you wipe down the rack. That's all
Yeah.
I did. I threw a bunch of water in there, let it steam it, wiped it, and we're good.
That's actually another reason why I want my own place.
Yeah.
Like, so I can pop a grill and just like experiment. And I know you guys won't judge me with whatever I'm cooking, but I get that ADHD moment where I'm like, yo, I gotta cook that. But I can't really do that in a kitchen that's not my kitchen. I know you wouldn't care, but I'm like, no, I need my kitchen so I can have everything set up the way I like it. And then if I make a mess, I can be like, that's a problem for future ED. You know?
Like, I guess when I think about something like that, like, I think if I was ended up being a billionaire, some of the dumb shit I would spend money on would be like literally just having a person be like, all right, I really want to make this food tonight for dinner. I've been thinking about it for the last 2 days. I need you to go out and get me these set of ingredients, and then like I'm gonna go cook it and all that, and then just someone clean it.
Yeah, actually, cleaning would be
that because that's what always stops me from cooking is I don't want to clean after.
That's another ADHD thing actually, because I get tired of waiting. Like if I'm boiling water, I will hate sitting there.
See, that's
so what I do is I'll start cleaning something. So as I'm cooking, anything that's been finished that's done, as I'm waiting for the next thing to be done, I clean that thing.
Yes.
Which is apparently a really difficult task to learn. But for my brain, I hate doing it. I don't like cleaning. But I'll literally look at it and be like, all right, that's going to be done in 3.5 minutes. How many of these pans can I get clean?
I'm getting better at doing that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've just done a lot more of like before I even start cooking, I minimize every single thing I could possibly do. And I will like almost to a slight fault sometimes like not like focus on the dish because I'm more focused on just like, well, how do I do this without grabbing another dish? Like half the time, like I
grab another dish all the time.
Sometimes I will like steam a vegetable over boiling the rice, but the problem is there's not enough water to the steam, so it doesn't work as well. So like,
I use very many utensils when I cook. Like I'll grab a fork or something to use it for it, and then I'll clean it and put it away, or pop it in the dishwasher when I have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, I'll be like, "Fuck, I need a fork."
Yeah, basically.
You know.
Yeah, that's the worst part of it is just the cleanup.
That's why I always liked having a lot of things. Like I had multiples of everything I liked using. But everybody I've lived with, excluding you, is like, we need to downsize what we have in here. And I'm like, we use it though. And they're like, why do you need 3 of these? I'm like, well, what if I use it today? And then I want to use it tomorrow. And then I want to use it the next day. I need 3. Or what if I use it and then I need to use it for something else, but I can't mix the flavors together? So I'm going to use the other one.
I literally just kind of want like...
Also, what if it breaks?
I wish there was just a way to not have to load dishwashers. And I hate that. It's so fucking... I don't know what it is and why I so desperately loathe it, but it just...
Yeah, you and Melissa both.
It's
like, I don't eat much anymore.
Yeah.
And I rarely use, like anything here.
Yeah. We've been trying to do a lot better by eating cleaner and healthier because it's just better on our diets.
Yeah. But I mean, like, normally when I eat something, like, it goes immediately in the dishwasher. Like a bowl or whatever, but...
We're doing a little better.
Yeah, you guys have gotten a lot better. I'm not calling you out.
We suck.
Like, if you ever see me just put something in the sink, I'm like... because I can't put anything in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can't put anything in the sink, Brandon.
Yep, I'm bad. I'm just very...
But also, I've literally only been eating, like, ramen for the past, like, month.
Yeah. It's fair. It's easy to do. I'm healthy.
I've lost a lot of weight. What's your secret? Ritalin, Red Bull,
sodium.
Ramen.
Just sodium.
That's it. That's my diet since like April. It's Ritalin, Red Bull, and ramen, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. And occasionally Wendy's. Check out the Bourbon Double Baconator. It has onions on it. If you're allergic like me, you can ask for them to take it off. It's amazing. How you doing, Wendy?
I'm trying to think. So since we're getting a little closer to the end, trying to think of a question.
I had a question, actually.
Yes.
I had one I thought of, and I have a very good answer for it. but I don't remember the answer, so I'm going to ask you the question and try to remember the answer. Yeah, I remember the answer.
Go on.
Okay, I'm going to forget the answer. So, the question. What, to you personally, is the greatest invention or product right now that, like, you're just amazed by? Like, something that, it could be the biggest thing in the world, the smallest thing in the world. Trust me, mine is nothing. But I love it, and I can no longer live without it. What is yours?
There's just something about a Chinese finger trap, man. Just
Yeah?
I'm kidding. No, oh man.
I was going to say, mine's about as dumb as a Chinese finger trap.
No, I'm trying to, because I guess, like, realistically, I guess, like, I just think, you know, if I go big realm of things is like how the fuck Bitcoin and all that jazz works with the whole, how the whole system works. But when I think,
I'm more so going for something that like,
yeah,
you love personally, like something that you're like, this thing changed my fucking life. And I'm telling you, my answer is dumb, but it has changed my life this year.
So you know what, you go for it, because I'm trying to think still.
Volumizing dry shampoo. It is amazing. You know how fucking hot I feel? Like, I didn't shower that day. I'm out in the cabin. I'm camping. I'm at a party. My hair's a mess. Volumizing dry shampoo in it.
There you
Fucking
go.
Robert Pattinson in Twilight, baby.
Diamonds.
Just sparkling. Say it.
Say it. You're a vampire.
No, not. I use dry shampoo. What are you talking about?
I use dry shampoo. Oh. Whoops.
I told you mine was dumb, but literally
No,
I got
it
that
is.
this year.
I guess, like, bro. Man.
I don't have it in right now because I washed my hair with tea tree.
See, I'm just trying to think of, like, what's something small like that. Because, like,
Don't say vapes.
no, not at all.
Ugh.
I guess I'm going to say the air fryer.
Yeah, actually.
That technology. Because here, so what I've learned is, too, they're doing that in full-size ovens now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
where my mom's
actually
at.
they had that already before air fryers came to market. They had like it was originally, from what I read, it was for like to imitate a brick oven style pizza oven. But they did it with air frying, like the same technology, and it made really fucking good pizzas. And then some fucking genius was like, what if I make one that's 8 inches and you can put French fries in it?
Yes.
And then the whole world was like, I'll suck your dick.
And they did.
Yeah,
They
I did.
sucked it dry. There is nothing but the most shriveled up, limp, flaccid
it's
penis at the end of that man.
It's gone.
Because it is just empty. The balls are just, that sack is nothing but shriveled testicles.
You remember that post I made?
It's just the most disgusting looking. It's, you know that, do you guys know, hold on.
Okay.
Do you watch Family Guy and you know that dog? The yes. You know exactly where I'm going with this.
I do.
Herbert, no, what's his, he's like,
It's Herbert's dog.
you want some popsicles? That guy. His dog, the one that doesn't have legs and just droops.
That's what his dick and balls
That's what
look
his
like.
fucking dick and balls looks like. It is just empty because it has been sucked dry by the people that fucking love air fryers. They're like, you gave me the ability to have healthy fried food.
So
I am sucking you to the base. Thank you.
I have a
Thank
follow
you, air
up.
fryer man.
I have a follow up.
You have an empty sack and it is worth every penny.
I got 2 points to make. One, remember that status I made where I was like really happy about how supportive our friends are of your YouTube channel, and then YouTube's definitely going to demonetize us? They are.
base.
But you know what I say to that? Remember that time travel question?
Yes.
What would you do? I would go back in time and I would invent the air fryer so they could suck me dry. Anyways, that's the
Shriveled.
episode. We love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.